eerie music fades in. What if I told you that invisible forces are controlling your life right now? Forces so powerful, yet so subtle, that you've never even noticed them. But they're there, silently influencing your every move, your every thought, your very existence. Visual, invisible force field rippling across the screen. Welcome to a world where the unseen rules supreme. I'm about to take you on a journey into the hidden realm of magnetic fields, sound frequencies, and gravitational anomalies that shape our reality in ways you never imagined. Sound, low, pulsing hum. Buckle up, because what you're about to learn might just change the way you see the world forever. Visual, scientific equipment, scanning a mysterious energy field. Let's start with something that's literally all around us. Magnetic fields. You might think they're just responsible for keeping your fridge magnets in place, but the truth is, far more might. Did you know that solar storms can not only disrupt our technology, but also mess with our moods? That's right. Those massive eruptions on the sun's surface send waves of charged particles hurtling towards Earth, creating geomagnetic disturbances that can interfere with everything from GPS systems to power grids. But here's where it gets really interesting. Studies have shown that these same disturbances can affect human behavior. During periods of intense solar activity, researchers have observed increases in depression, anxiety, and even suicide rates. It's as if the very fabric of our emotional well-being is being tugged by cosmic strings. Visual animation of Earth's magnetic field shifting. And it doesn't stop there. The Earth's magnetic poles are shifting at an unprecedented rate. This might sound like a problem for compasses, but it goes much deeper than that. Many migratory animals rely on the Earth's magnetic field for navigation. As the poles shift, we're seeing bizarre changes in migration patterns, with birds and sea creatures becoming confused and lost. But what about us? Some scientists believe that humans, too, have a subtle magnetic sense. Could the shifting poles be affecting our own internal compasses, subtly altering our sense of direction and even our cognitive functions? Visual, person undergoing magnetic therapy. Of course, where there's mystery, there's also opportunity for exploitation. Enter magnetic therapy, a billion-dollar industry promising everything from pain relief to increased energy. But does it really work? The scientific evidence is mixed at best. While some studies suggest potential benefits for certain conditions, many claims remain unproven. Sound, high-pitched tone, fading too low rumble. Let's shift our focus to another invisible force that surrounds us. Sound frequencies beyond human hearing. You might think that if you can't hear it, it can't affect you. But you'd be wrong. Infrasound frequencies below the range of human hearing can have profound effects on our bodies and minds. During earthquakes, these low-frequency vibrations can trigger feelings of anxiety and unease in people, even before they consciously realize what's happening. Visual dogs reacting to ultrasonic pest control device. On the other end of the spectrum, we have ultrasound. While we can't hear these high-frequency sounds, many animals can. That's why ultrasonic pest control devices can drive your pets crazy while leaving you blissfully unaware. But the power of sound goes beyond just annoying your dog. Resonant frequencies, when matched to an object's natural frequency, can create devastating effects. We've all heard stories of opera singers shattering glass with their voices. But did you know that resonant frequencies can potentially bring down entire buildings? Visual bridge collapsing due to wind-induced vibrations. In 1940, the Tacoma Narrows Bridge in Washington state collapsed, spectacularly due to wind-induced vibrations matching its resonant frequency. This phenomenon, known as mechanical resonance, is a powerful reminder of the hidden forces at work in our world. Sound, deep, rumbling bass. But perhaps the most mind-bending invisible force of all is gravity. We all know it keeps us grounded, but there are places around the world where gravity seems to play by its own rules. Visual, water flowing uphill. Imagine a place where water flows uphill naturally. It sounds impossible, right? But such places exist. In certain locations, due to unique geological formations and optical illusions, water appears to defy gravity, flowing upwards against all logic. Even more perplexing are the so-called anti-gravity hills found around the world. These are places where cars in neutral appear to roll uphill. Is it a glitch in the matrix, or is there a scientific explanation? Visual car rolling uphill on an anti-gravity hill. The truth is, these phenomena are usually the result of clever optical illusions. The surrounding landscape creates a false horizon, tricking our brains into perceiving an uphill slope where there's actually a subtle downhill grade. But that doesn't make the experience any less mind-bending for those who witness it. And speaking of mind-bending, let's talk about how gravity affects time itself. Yes, you heard that right. According to Einstein's theory of relativity, gravity can actually slow down time. This effect, known as gravitational time dilation, is very real and has been measured using atomic clocks. Visual animation showing time dilation effects. In fact, the Earth's rotation creates slight time dilation effects that we have to account for in our most precise timekeeping systems. GPS satellites, for example, need to be constantly adjusted to compensate for the fact that time moves slightly faster in orbit than it does on the Earth. So, the next time you check your phone for the time, remember that you're relying on a system that has to account for the warping of spacetime itself. Sound. Clock ticking, gradually slowing down. As we've explored these invisible forces from magnetic fields, influencing our moods to sound frequencies, shaping our world and gravity, bending the very fabric of time, one thing becomes clear. Reality is far stranger and more complex than we often realize. The world around us is teeming with hidden energies and unseen influences. They shape our lives in ways both subtle and profound, often without us even noticing. But now that you're aware of them, you might start to see their effects everywhere. Visual montage of scenes from throughout the video. So the next time you feel inexplicably anxious during a storm, or notice your pet acting strangely, or experience a sense of wonder at a natural phenomenon that seems to defy explanation, remember, you're witnessing the invisible forces that control our lives. The question is, now that you know they're there, how will it change the way you see the world? Sound. Eerie music swells and fades out.